I'm here at Woodworking in America in Covington, Kentucky, and with two of my best buddies, and they're the online geniuses in woodworking today. I mean, this is Matt Vanderlist, Matt's Basement Workshop.
Yep.
And we have worn out keyboards emailing each other back and forth.
Oh, we have.
And then, of course, Marc Spagnuolo.
Hello.
The Wood Whisperer.
Yes, very quiet.
Yes, and with my big mouth, it's hard to be a whisperer of anything. But the three of us and a couple of other guys are kind of doing the online thing with instruction.
Absolutely.
Right, yes.
And this is kind of a summit. Hey, hey guys.
Yeah, exactly. Put it all in. We're all in one spot.
Yeah, and of course, they are instrumental in what we've done with our show, because they were the first to kind of give it the thumbs up so that people would watch it.
That's right.
But tell us about the online, where it came from, and where you think it's going, because y'all are the guys.
It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, it's grown tremendously. We've been doing this since, 2006?
Yep.
I call Matt the Podfather because he was actually the very first woodworking podcast that I could find online. So that was an inspiration for me, was to go in and see this guy. He's just this average dude in his basement doing his thing. And I'm like, this is fantastic. But no one was really doing anything in the world of video. So that's when I jumped in with video and started to just show what I was doing, just another average guy doing something in his shop. And then the great thing was it was so easy to collaborate back then. There was no such thing as competition. It was, let's collaborate. We could stand to gain something if we put our forces together. And we've been working together ever since. So.
And, you know, that's a great idea, and it's a great concept, because before, people were always afraid of competitors, but this seems to be like a fresh thing. It's all boats rise together.
Yes, it is, very much so.
It is kind of a brave new world that you brought there with that.
Well, and this event is a great example, because you've got Popular Woodworking, a traditional print publication, who is not only welcoming us, inviting us, they're embracing the online community here. And not everybody does that, you know, and it's getting better, but this is the event, and this is the reason why we're all here, is because of the fact that excuse me, this publication embraces what we do and who we are. They don't see us as competition, they see us as people who are servicing the same audience, and possibly even bringing in those new woodworkers that all these companies really need.
And that grows the industry for everybody.
Yes.
Which is just the biggest thing, because
that's it.
Old guys like me eventually will go away, and some will be happy about that.
No. We still need those conversations that we have, and that was a big thing with the online world. Is those conversations? They're not just between the keyboard, like, you know, when we're emailing each other. It's insane how through the forums and just when we're meeting here, we're meeting so many people that people come up, they're like, my Twitter handle is, and they'll name something off. You're like, yes, I know exactly who you are. And it's interesting to see how not only the conversations, but the way that a lot of the stuff that we talk about on the shows, our inspiration comes from these people that we probably would never ever meet. I mean, we've got people from all over the country. We're from opposite sides of the country, you know, but yet we still have these conversations that inspire not only us, but others. And that's just one of the amazing things about it.
Yeah, and what we hope that we do in this process is we know that a lot of the people who maybe they have just this little inkling of interest in woodworking, they go online, they search, they typically will find us. We're sort of the gatekeeper, the entry level people they see first. And our goal is to even push them further, to show them the people in the craft who inspired us to get where we are. There's certainly many levels deeper than what we present to them. So an event like this is fantastic too, because these people come together, they realize, yes, the online stuff is very cool, but look at these masters and what they're doing, and they get to that next level, and will at some point very soon probably surpass our woodworking skills and go to that next level. And that's all we could hope that we do to influence them.
And thank goodness, at a place like this, you find out that everybody is very approachable.
Yes.
They were all just folks, you know. And a lot of guys will come to you, they think they know you already because of your online presence or your video or whatever. And in a way they do, because they've had that common thread.
Right.
That's kind of missing so much in our world today.
Yeah.
And you guys are helping to build it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, neither of us are shy about talking about our personal lives.
Right.
My son and my wife are in almost every episode that I make, and my little boy's growing up and hopefully will be a little woodworker one day. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to know woodworking. He may not want to do it, but that's his choice. But we put our personalities, our lives are just an open book in a lot of ways to these people. So when I run into someone on an elevator, which happened 10 minutes ago, and he goes, "Look, I'm not stalking you, but I've got a question about HVLP turbines," you know, and it's like, well, I love it. Hit me with it. Let's talk about it. It was a great conversation with someone who I've never met before, but he had some familiarity with me and was comfortable enough to ask a question. It was great.
Right.
My youngest daughter really kind of belongs more in your realm of the internet. She is a woodworker. She calls me up after she moves 3,000 miles away and says, "Dad, what bandsaw do I buy?" And she started making spoons.
Okay.
And so she's carving spoons, and she's selling them on, was it Etsy? Or
Etsy, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Etsy, and she's using the social media to bring people to, she creates out of nowhere a business, which was not doable 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this brave new world, the new economy.
Yeah. So many people are working from home, whether it's craft things or computer related. People are working from home. It's what I do. My wife was just able to leave her job of 15 years to work for our business. People can survive this way, and especially craftspeople now have an opportunity to market themselves online. They don't have to ask anyone for permission to go out there and do what they love to do and then sell it to someone who loves what they do. Right. It is a brave new world.
I've sent rocker bundles to Omsk, Russia. And I had to look for it on the map.
I was going to say, do you exactly know where that
It's
is?
like 1,000 miles north of Mongolia. You know, like, how did he? But I bet you he went through your sites. And I bet you he's going through them all the time.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. The show goes out to like 155 countries. I can only name like 3.
Well, that was even in the early days. Like when we first, like occasionally we'll look at our analytics, and there's like a little map that will come up, and suddenly it's like, I have no idea what the name of that country is. How do they even find? Do they have internet there? That's really cool. And you will even occasionally get these emails from these people, and you're just like, this is amazing. I mean, I never in my life would I have had an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody in a country way on the other side of the world. It's just, it's amazing. I'm waiting for one of them to show up here and just, totally just pop up and do the kind of the stalker thing in the elevator.
Right. And then the flip side, negative aspect of that is the next question they ask you is, when are you going to start putting your measurements in metric?
Exactly.
Like, well, that may not happen anytime soon, but
this is a great world. We're taking part in a new way. No more gills as far as having to go through a 5-year, 20-year apprenticeship.
Right.
This is the new way to learn. And I want to thank you guys.
Well, thank you
for helping.
Thank you very much.
Be a part of it.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that's why we jumped on it when the Highland Woodworker started. We're like, now this is next level stuff. Like what we do, we're just guys in our shops, doing the best we can. But the Highland Woodworker is that sort of professional level show, very quick, good editing, good quality guests, the type of thing we don't have the resources to do ourselves. We're just glad someone, had the guts to go out there and do it. So
and it's just another family business like yours, and it's all possible. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.